Today we're going to be talking texture discrimination in the natural hair community. Texture discrimination and length discrimination. Length discrimination is just as prevalent in the natural hair community as texture discrimination is, maybe a little less. But that was a big reason why I took such a long hiatus. Now, yes, I was graduating and all of the stuff that I said in my previous video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll link it somewhere on the screen. But to be honest with you all, I was really fed up with the texture discrimination and favoritism and the length discrimination in the natural hair community. It seemed to be as if the people who were getting all of the views and all of the subscribers were the chicks with super shiny, laid down, super curly hair. And you know, no shade to them, of course, because you know, you do your thing, girl or boy. It got to the point where it's like, I don't want to perpetuate these ideologies that this is what you need to look like to be a pretty natural. Okay? You know, and it's like, that may not be your intention when you're making videos, but when you are making certain videos over and over and over, as opposed to making videos where how to get a kinky afro, you know, how to love your shrinkage or how to do things like that, when there's just oversaturation in the market of, oh, how to get this certain type of look, that's branding the ideal of beauty. Just how we are lacking and underrepresented in mainstream media, we are doing that to our own people in our own community, doing our own movement. You know what I'm saying? And I use quotation marks with movement because it started off as a movement and then turned into something else. We are supporting the ideal that pretty natural hair is curly natural hair. There is a stigma associated with kinky hair, and you'd have to be a fool to deny that that exists. I'm here to tell you all from experience that people will treat you different depending on what your hair looks like. The first time I cut my hair, people thought I was crazy because apparently I had long, pretty, straight hair. Okay? And they thought I was crazy until my hair got long. Then all of a sudden they wanted to be just like me, and then my hair was beautiful, and your hair is so curly and so long. Every time that I got a compliment on my hair, it was always tied to it being long and or curly. It wasn't just beautiful. You should really think to yourself, why do you consider that pretty? Why is it pretty if it's longer or if it's bigger? Why isn't this considered beautiful on everybody? And I mean everybody, not just people in the natural hair community, but on everybody. Because there's such a stigma around women with short hair being more masculine, more manly, not as pretty, not as ladylike. And it's just like, my hair does not define me. It is not my identity. It is not something that can change me being a woman or not. So to say that your hair needs to look a certain way, it needs to feel a certain way in order for it to be healthy, that just it just makes a large amount of women feel as if their hair is never healthy. It makes a large amount of women feel, not even just women, but men too, people in the natural hair community, people of color, it makes them feel like their hair is something wrong with it because it doesn't look and it doesn't fit the ideal that says this is what your hair is supposed to look like. This is how, you know, your hair should look if it's healthy. And to tie it all back to the reason why I stepped away from YouTube, I just didn't want to be a part of that. I did not want to be a part of that, and I felt myself becoming a part of it, and that ain't what I'm here for. I'm not here for that. I am not here for that. I am here for empowerment to everybody, especially those who are ignored and those who are underrepresented and those who society don't really care about, i.e. black women. I really just want to point out that texture discrimination is a very real thing, and it's very prevalent in the natural hair community, and I feel like we need to change that. We need to change that, and the only way to change that is to change your way of thinking. That was the whole point of going natural. That's why I brought up the whole topic and the whole discussion of, is going natural a trend? Let's move away from the whole colorism and the whole texture discrimination and the whole self-hatred that we were trying to move away from when we stopped getting relaxers. Let's do that here. Even if all y'all ain't here for that, let's try to do that. Certain things are attractive and certain things aren't attractive depending on where you go in the world. So that lets you know that it's just social constructs. All of it is. And we need to stop misrepresenting and putting down women with kinkier hair, those with darker colored skin tones, and all of that. Can we please just support everybody in the natural hair community, like really, because I'm kind of over it. I really just want everybody to love their freaking hair the way that it is, whether your hair is 3A, 4A, 6W, A12, I don't care, like whatever your hair is, whatever it looks like, let's just love it, period. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye!
It's not very good. It doesn't taste well, kind of like a chip or something. Oh! Oh! It's terrible. This stuff is nasty. And it burns my lips.
You shouldn't do this to anyone. And give me none is what it should say.
Can I get some water?
Oh, it brings tears to your eyes. What?
I'm the one you call when the arguing turns to a fight. I'm the one you call when he don't listen to